Hello, this is Dr. Jeff, Facebook Live, coming to you live from Costa Rica, Rythmia Life Advancement Center. Thanks for watching. Today I want to talk about something that is a theme in our lives, and it's called where there is great good, there is great opposition. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of us are stuck in a rut in life. We're overworked, we're overstressed, we are on meds, we have a traumatic history that we've never resolved, we are overwhelmed with what's going on in the world, our relationships are not where we want them to be, we feel isolated and alone. There's all these things, right? Might have an addiction pop up, right? There's all this stuff going down, and we're all getting sick of it, and we don't like how we feel. And so we try to get out of this rut. We try to change and get better and happier and feel better and make our lives less complicated, right? And as we do this, we find some success. It's not easy, it takes a lot of work. We have all these different ways of doing it. We stop drinking alcohol in excess. We start to eat healthier as best we can. We start to do some exercise. We start to communicate better. We make things less complicated, right? And we go about trying to make these changes. However, as we get to a critical point where a big, real, significant change must occur, we find that there's oppositional themes, or there are forces, it appears, acting on us to kind of push us back down to where we were, into a captive, sort of stuck place, almost like an emotional prison in a way. And because we've been in that state for so long, so many years, it's so easy to just fall right back into that and just pick up the old habits and just say, you know what, it's too hard, I'm too busy, I got too much going on, I'm too stressed, I'm just gonna stay how I am. And that's what happens to a lot of us. And then we just continue with the negative behavior patterns and the negative ways of thinking, and just everything kind of just stays on autopilot in a dysfunctional way. So why is Rythmia so successful with people that come in that state, which is everybody basically that comes to the gates or in that sort of mind frame, right? They feel stuck. Well, a big part of why Rythmia is so successful is because this is a break from your day to day. You have a week-long time to come here and focus on yourself. There's no alcohol served here. There's no drugs here. There's no negative behaviors happen on, with the guests or the staff. This is a paradise. It's a very healthy environment. There's good food. There's a gym. There's massages and body work. There's meditation. There's yoga. There's the plant medicine that's helpful to help people work through these issues. So what ends up happening for people in the process, for the guests, is that they realize that what they've shown the world to survive is not really who they are. It's not their true authentic self. And what I like to explain in this sort of concept is that is the ego that is protecting us. And what happens when you try to reorganize or become sort of more authentically connected to the ego and as it matches your true self, there's a rebellion that can occur from your psyche. Because if you were taught that being open and vulnerable to someone is dangerous because you were abused as a kid, you definitely don't want to be open and vulnerable to anybody later in life. It's an instinctive mechanism that keeps you safe. However, it's hurting you now because you're not 5 years old anymore. You're an adult, and you can be open and vulnerable in healthy ways to other people. That's definitely a good thing to be. But how do you do it? How do you actually get there? The plant medicine and the program we offer here with the classes and the breath work and everything we're doing helps people get to this space. Now, it's very interesting that when someone makes these changes in their life and they shift and they feel amazing and they feel like they've let go of a ton of weight from emotional pain, and it's just like a burden is gone, what ends up happening is when they get home, if they have a healthy environment to return to, which means the people around them are in a positive sort of mindset, then it's a lot easier for them to transition home. But if they don't have a positive environment and their family system is negative or problematic or dysfunctional, then there's a bit of a rebellion against them because they want you to be back to the same old position you were before. Because when you've changed, it makes them change. So this can be used individually. You can look at this for yourself when you make a change and that's for the good. you can see that there's this sort of oppositional potential thing that can come at you. You can look at it from a company standpoint. When Rythmia does amazing work for the world, there's negative opposition that comes at us from the outside or from people that, don't understand what we're doing or don't know us, right? And even people that do, because they're ill in the way that they're thinking about themselves first and foremost. And then if you're ill inside and you're not right with yourself, it's very hard to be right with anyone else. So this is something that can happen on the micro level and on the macro level. So the individual level and also the societal level. So I would encourage you to, as you try to make these changes in your life for the good, be prepared for a kickback at some point. It might just be from your own ego. It could be from family and friends that you deal with. It could be from coworkers. But the important thing is to remember that if you stay strong and true to yourself, and if you can get some tools to help you be successful in this way, that will create much more success. Now, Rythmia is all about this. We are working with people to help them become empowered, to find success individually, and then make shifts in their family systems and their community systems when they get out, just by their presence, just by their healthy vibe. So where there's great good, which is you, you're great good, you are a great person. What happens is there's great opposition. So be prepared for that. Let's get some tools going and come down to Rythmia and we'll show you how to do this. Thanks for watching. See you guys next Monday. Pura vida.